day 3 of our Scotland trip, and trust me, this one's gonna be wild. Did we ride around Loch Lomond? Let's just say there was some hiker bike involved. Classic me. Did we make it back to the van without incident? Haha, too easy. Of course not. Did we find waterfalls? Oh, we found plenty. Did we get into tourist mode? Of course we did. Did we make it to Glen Coe in time for sunset? Well, you'll just have to wait and see. This is my Welsh life, and we don't do things by halves. So let's go find out. Morning campers! Day 3 of our big Scotland adventure, and I've had the best time so far. It's been such a good trip, and I'm really hoping it continues like this. We got to Loch Lomond last night, and I'm super excited to get this far. I feel like our proper Scotland trip starts today, because we're now up in the mountains, in the lakes, and yeah, it's fantastic. So as you can see, I have my riding gear on today, so I'm hoping to get up into the mountains a little bit to get some amazing views. But I'm really sorry I didn't actually film last night and finish our video, but it was bucketing it down, and I mean bucketing it down. There was no way I was getting out in that. But this morning it's dry, and we woke up to a Loch Lomond view this morning. Can't get much better than this again, can it? So that's 3 expanses of water, shall I say, that we've woken up to. So we had the lake, we've had the loch, and now another loch. So we had chosen a park up further down, which is a bit more secluded. I'm not one for parking in laybys, but I thought we'll drive up and have a look at the other laybys to see how far off the track they are. And actually this one was a really good one, because there's little laybys within the laybys, so they're like little camping spots, which is really cool. There was a bit of road noise. This is a really busy road, and obviously the loch is on the other side of the road. But during the night, I was obviously roadside sleeping, and it didn't bother me. So it's a gamble. You either go down the bottom out of the way where there's no road noise, or you wake up to this view in the morning with accepting there's a bit of road noise. So yeah, we are headed up to Tarbert Pier now. Now it looks as if the ferries aren't running, because I had planned some bike riding over on the other side of the loch, but I don't think they start running till May. So I had to quickly look on my phone and on Strava and Komoot this morning to see if I could find anything else. So we're heading up to Tarbert Pier, where there is a motorhome stop there, and we're going to ride from there, hopefully. That is the plan. Whether that happens or not is another thing, and then we'll see where the day takes us. But right now, I'm really excited to see where we go. We travelled a whole 10 minutes to Tarbert Pier because, let's be honest, we needed somewhere a bit more secure to park other than a lay-by, and hopefully not return to find the hippos had been kidnapped. Plot twist, they weren't. This time. We'll explore the pier later, but right now it's ride o'clock. The Amflow has been sulking in the van for 2 days straight at this point, and I was showing definite signs of e-bike withdrawal. So, me on the Amflow, Paul on the shiny Levo Limited, and Byron on his absolute beast that is the Canevo, we rolled on out. Into the hills, into the unknown, and definitely into some kind of trouble. Let's face it, when are we never in trouble? And it certainly wasn't long before trouble struck. After soaking in the idyllic surroundings of the loch, we headed straight into, you guessed it, hiker bike territory. And honestly, this is exactly why my rides take hours. Why? Because I keep trusting random Strava routes like they're gospel. Spoiler, they're not. Note to self. Maybe do some actual research next time before committing to a mountain goat trail. Then disaster. Not the Amflow this time, nope. It was my trusty lever. Poor Paul suddenly couldn't change gear, stuck halfway through the cassette and going absolutely nowhere. Uh-oh. Guess we forgot to charge the derailleur battery. Yep, that would be me. And believe me, I did not hear the end of it for the entire ride. Let's just say the rest of the ride came with a solid helping of guilt and a lot of very pointed comments about someone's planning skills. Oops. Look at this. These waterfalls are something else, man. It was worth that hiker bike. That wasn't even hiker bike. That was literally crazy. I couldn't even get it up there this time. Biden had to come and get me. But it is definitely worth it to see all these waterfalls. How amazing is that? Stunning. We pushed on, Byron giving Paul a bit of an e-bike tow on the climbs like the absolute legend he is. But eventually we had a decision to make. Do we head back up into the mountains and stick to the Strava route I'd placed together? Or do we admit defeat, head down to Loch Lomond and roll back to the van on the road? Let's just say the promise of downhill and tarmac sealed the deal pretty quickly. This place is insane. There's so many waterfalls and the mountains are just so dramatic. Absolutely phenomenal. What I'm not used to is loads of walkers. There's loads of people walking around here. Oh, it's breathtaking. Absolutely breathtaking. Unfortunately, we're taking our time because the derailleur's run out of battery on the lever. So yeah. Bit of a sore subject that. Right, let's go and catch him up. It's actually a good job we did head down though, because just around the corner, you never guess what we saw. This absolute monster of a waterfall came into view out of nowhere. One of the biggest I've ever seen. It snaked its way down the mountain for what must have been a few hundred feet, with a final drop disappearing into some kind of pipework, maybe for drinking water or maybe hydropower. We were trying to figure it out. Either way, it was impressive and a bit of a mystery. One of those worth it moments you don't plan but never forget. The descent down to Loch Lomond was an absolute blast. Not quite 4 billion levels of madness, but a fast, flowy run that was just what we needed. And as we dropped down to the loch, I realised we were in for a treat. The trail hugged the edge of Loch Lomond all the way back to the van. It was stunning. Non-stop views, shimmering water, and that golden evening light. Honestly, it was beautiful. One of those rides where everything finally comes together. Well, almost everything. Back on the bikes, we finally hit the road alongside Loch Lomond, and wow, it didn't disappoint. The views were unreal. We couldn't not stop. Bit of a break, a breather, and yeah, you guessed it, a photo shoot or two. Right, we just come down onto the banks of Loch Lomond, and it really stretches beyond what I can see. It's huge. Isn't it the biggest loch in Scotland? I think it is. Yeah, I've loved it. Absolutely love it. I don't really want to leave Loch Lomond. But we've got Glencoe next. Is that going to be better? Probably. Right, let's get back to the van, have a cup of coffee and some lunch, and head on up to Glencoe. See you in a minute. Luckily, we rolled back into Tarbert just in time because the last cruise of the day was leaving in 15 minutes. Cue a mad dash to pack the bikes and leg it to the pier. Honestly, we almost missed it. So glad we didn't though. It was absolutely amazing. One of those proper bucket list moments you have to do in Scotland at least once. An hour-long cruise for £15 each. 100% worth it. Bit chilly, but don't worry, we came prepared. Trip to Loch Lomond is complete unless you actually get on a cruise. So yeah, not too bad. £14 for an adult, so £15 for an adult, sorry. And yeah, it's been a good hour out. Got to see loads of the mountains and actually saw where we rode this morning as well. So yeah, really enjoying it. that's our cruise done around the north end of the loch. It's 23 miles long. Mental. So yeah, it was taking an hour to get around there, right? But yeah, it was a really good trip. So yeah, I think that sums up and finishes our Loch Lomond trip. And now on to Glen Coe. Let's go. Right, the hippos are walked and fed. We are fed and watered, and the van is packed. Time to hit the road. The A82 was calling, taking us to Glencoe for the night, and I cannot wait. It was only 48 miles. Should have taken about an hour. But let's be honest, with me stopping every 5 minutes to soak in the views, yeah, it's gonna be more like 3. But don't go anywhere just yet, because up next is the one I've been waiting for, Glencoe. And trust me, it's something you've got to see too. And boy did we stop, man. So many epic spots, we just couldn't do them all. We pulled in wherever the giant van could just about fit, and anywhere I could convince Paul to stop. Pretty sure it took us nearly 2.5 hours in the end. But come on, look at what we saw. We just got to the viewpoint of Loch Lomond. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, it's very touristy. Let me turn you around. This is Insta reality. Yeah. It looks really idyllic. But I'm not alone. Absolutely beautiful. So we've just driven past that and then up to this viewpoint. But I'm not kidding you, it is freezing up there. The mountains have still got snow on them. If I can, I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, some of them have still got snow on the peaks. If I turn around. Where is it? Where is it? That one. It's still got snow on it. And if I turn you around this way, still got snow on it. Not much, but it's still got snow on it. But look at that view, guys. We are in the heart of Glencoe now, between heading up from Loch Lomond up to Glencoe. So it is, I've just fallen in love with Scotland. I'm not going to lie, I've fallen in love with Scotland. Beautiful. mountains. Absolutely beautiful. And look how dramatic this is. There are some serious mountains around us, or in front of us actually. We're going in that direction. Oh, I can't get enough of this. Fantastic. I think I say that too much. We made it! Glencoe! Oh my goodness, this place looks like something straight out of a movie. It honestly doesn't feel real. Surrounded by those towering mountains, I feel tiny and completely in awe. I was falling head over heels for this place. I just didn't want to leave. What do you think of our park up for the night then? Literally, the three sisters are just behind us, just around the corner there. And this is our view. Wow. I don't think I can top this one. Genuinely, I cannot top this one. If I do, it'll take some doing. So yeah, we're pretty much a couple of miles outside Glencoe. Hardly anything. But oh my god, I'm holding the gimbal. It's just fallen over. Nearly smashed my phone. So there's no drone up here. It is freezing. But it is insane. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. There's a few other campers, so we're just there. There we are. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Never. Right, let's go and show you around. Next time on My Welsh Life, with Glen Coe Mountain Bike Centre still deep in ski season, our plans had to change. So where do we go instead? Oh, just a little place called Fort William. Byron is buzzing, and honestly, so am I. Will I brave the legendary trails? Will Byron take on the actual World Cup track? Make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss what happens next, because day 4 is going to be legendary.